Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jess and this is Le Garden Life. I make content on all things health, lifestyle, and femininity. So if any of that interests you, please hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so you will be the first to know when I upload new content. I create content just about every day, but I upload twice a week. So depending on the days that I post, you will get that notification if you ring that notification bell, and you can watch all the content that I create. Sometimes I post 3 times a week, so you could be the lucky person to see that third video before anyone else sees it. So please hit the notification bell. And without further ado, let's get started in this video. So today's video is about my vegan story. Yeah, it's about my vegan story, and I'm excited to talk about it. I haven't expressed it um, fully. I know I've said certain things about my vegan story, but I haven't really expressed it 100% about, everything that entailed as far as my reason for going vegan, the pros and cons of being vegan, and if I recommend others to go vegan. Now, as far as recommending others to go vegan, yes, I do. I try not to voice it too much as far as, people should go vegan because everyone lives your life for you. But there are some benefits about being vegan that I can't sometimes keep quiet about. So sometimes I may be like, just do it. Just go vegan. But again, if that's not your life, it's okay. It's not something that's a requirement. It's not something that you have to do. So it's important for you to do what's best for you. So my vegan story started, I went completely vegan back in March. So it's been about 6 months now. This is like a 6 month check-in for me, which is so exciting. I'm at 6 months, almost 6 months. And I went vegan. It was a pretty easy vegan transition. Sometimes I feel like I cheated, but I woke up one morning and I just decided I no longer wanted to eat nothing. It was just simple. I literally woke up and I was like, I'm not eating meat no more. I'm not. And I didn't want to chew food. Like, I didn't feel like chewing. I stopped having the desire to chew. And so I drank a lot of smoothies. I remember I would drink a lot of smoothies. I would always have a breakfast smoothie. That was my meal replacement in the morning because I didn't want to have breakfast. I wasn't really interested in breakfast. And so I would do meal replacements. I would make my own meal replacements, and it would have all of the things that I needed. They were sometimes nasty smoothies too. Like, it would have all of the greens, the protein, the vitamins, the seeds, all of that in there. And so it wasn't really the best smoothies that I would have in the morning, but it was a meal replacement to get all of my supplements in because I stopped eating. I literally did not want to eat any more food. And so that went on for a couple weeks. I would still eat food here and there, like still have some veggies and things like that, but I really liked smoothies in the beginning a lot. And so that was the way that I ate. I drank my smoothies. I drank my dinner and all of that stuff because I really did not like to chew food. And so I did that back in March, and the transition was very easy for me to do. And I feel like it's because I did a gentle transition. Some people try to do the full on, I'm gonna go vegan, that's it. One, just to be transparent, I never saw myself being vegan. Um, Never saw myself being vegan. If anything, I saw myself being vegetarian. I could see myself being vegetarian. I never saw myself giving up just everything, especially eggs. Uh, I didn't think I would give up eggs. And so being vegan, it was indeed a lifestyle change because it wasn't something that I saw myself doing ever in my life. And it's so important for you not to ever put a limit on yourself in your life with anything because you never know where you're going to end up. And so for me, I put a limit as far as where or how far I saw myself going as far as eating. And that limit was just being vegetarian. And I was still at a point where I wasn't ready to be full blown vegetarian when I went vegan. I was pescatarian, so I ate seafood and eggs. The dairy, I sometimes had dairy, but I tried to replace my cheese with vegan cheese. My milk was already out, so I would always just drink almond milk. But I tried to replace the cheese, and sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't, which is why I was like, I don't know if I can be vegan because, every now and then I would still have like some sort of cheese. And so when I woke up that day and I just decided I don't want any of this anymore. I just want to live my life more so on a more healthier path, something that is a little more clean, or at least try to be a little more clean. Um, it was different. It was really different because I never saw myself here at this point. And it wasn't, smooth sailing 100%. Every blue moon, I had a moment where I craved chicken strips or some sort of chicken breast. It was random moments that I did have those. And I will give in to those cravings. One thing about myself, I don't deny myself of anything. If I'm feeling sad, I will live in my sadness. If I feel, tired, I'm gonna go take a nap. If I'm, excited or energetic, I'm gonna do something to fulfill that energy that I'm having inside. I'm not gonna just sit and let it just boil. I'm gonna do something about it. So I never limited myself when it came to how I was feeling or what I desired. And so when I would have those moments where I'm like, okay, I need me a chicken breast, I will go get me a chicken breast. And I would get mad at myself afterwards because sometimes my stomach did not like it or accept it, or because I had to chew it. It was like stringy and it wasn't satisfying. Just chewing the meat, it was no longer satisfying for me. So yeah, the texture thing is very interesting to think about it. But when it comes to meat, it is a texture, and I just grew unfond of the texture of meat and chewing meat and things like that, and seafood and stuff like that. I just wasn't too interested anymore, and so that was my vegan journey. Um, Yeah, it was pretty easy. It was pretty easy for sure. The benefits of being vegan, I can definitely say, um, you eat less. The grocery bill that's a negative. I'll say the grocery bill as a negative, but the benefit, you eat less. I don't eat a lot as I used to anymore. My portion control is really well, and it wasn't because I forced myself to do it. That's just the way my body adjusted. So again, I don't force myself to do a lot of things. Especially when their lifestyle changes, I feel like you have to really want to change. I don't believe in diets or nothing like that. So if I'm doing something, I'm going all in the deep end, and I'm doing it because I'm not trying to go back to how I was. So this was a lifestyle change for me, and I didn't want to force myself to do anything. I didn't want to make myself do something. I didn't want to restrict myself. And so I began to eat less and less and less because in the beginning, you don't eat a lot because you don't know what to eat. And so I made sure whatever little that I did eat, I ate enough of it. And once I was able to get the hang of being vegan, I no longer had to eat a lot to supplement the nutrients that I needed because I was lacking in some places. And you have to figure out what works for your body. And so once I got my rhythm and understood my body a little bit better, I didn't have to eat more. And so I began to eat less. And so now I don't eat as much. I can have a few bites and then I'm like, okay, I'm full. I don't want any more. Gluttony isn't something that is too big for me anymore. I'm not as greedy when it comes to food because I eat to live. I don't live to eat. And that's just a very important mantra that I've had for many years, but I really have it now because I really watch what I put in my mouth and put in my body because I want to make sure I am as healthy as I can be without restricting myself to the point where it becomes more so like a job for me to eat. I don't want eating to feel like work. So I eat the way that I want to live and not feel pressured or restricted in any way. And so, yeah, that's been my mantra for a while. Eat to live, don't live to eat. And that's helped me a lot when it comes to my portion controls and the things that I do. And another benefit, some people say weight loss was a wonderful benefit. I honestly lost way more weight before I went vegan. Um, Now I can say I probably lost an additional maybe like 10 pounds, maybe. But 5 pounds sounds about right. I didn't lose that much. Again, I lost way more before I went vegan. So, if anything, weight wise, I don't see the change. Some people say I'm way smaller. I don't really see the change. I saw the change before vegan. So I didn't do it to lose weight. I did it for a lifestyle change. And for that reason, I don't really see a weight change. So it's a good thing I didn't do it for weight because I don't really see a big change. A negative. Let me go to the negatives. A negative I can definitely say is the grocery bill. My grocery bill has increased since I have been vegan. It has increased. And granted, it depends on how you want to be vegan. Some people can be vegan and live off of $100 a month and things like that. I cannot. So, and on top of that, I also try to purchase organic as much as I possibly can. So that increases my grocery bill also. So depending on how you go vegan, the way you want to go vegan, the type of produce you want while you're vegan and things like that, that you do have to take into consideration. The different grocery stores you shop at, things of that nature, the different type of supplements, all of that stuff adds up. And your grocery bill can possibly increase way more than when you were not vegan. So keep that in mind because, yeah, my grocery bill, it just about doubled. Just about. Another negative about being vegan, sometimes, depending where you live, there aren't a lot of vegan options. So going out, I don't go out too often, but when I do, I pretty much look through the menu to see if there's something that I can't eat because at least in my area, there's not too many vegan places around. Now, downtown, there's a lot. There's a plethora of vegan spots, and it's like vegan galore in the city and stuff like that. But where I live, it's not too many vegan places, unfortunately. But I eat at home a lot, so that's the benefit of it. I don't really crave eating out too much because I prefer to cook my own meals and have home cooked meals and things like that, just because I know what's going in my food and I know how much of it that I want. I don't really have to have someone make my food or anything like that. Unless again I'm going out. If I'm doing a brunch or, a dinner, date night, something like that, then yeah, I'll go out. But the choices, depending where you live, you're gonna be limited to different vegan options and things like that. So some places you may only be limited to like salads. Other places you may have a plethora of things. You may be able to have vegan burgers and vegan, you know, desserts and stuff like that. Other places, salad. Just salad. So keep that in mind. Really, really keep that in mind. Another negative of being vegan, some people don't understand it. And it's a little funny to me. Some people don't understand being vegan. Some people think since I'm vegan, I can still eat fish. I've heard that a lot. Like it's crazy. I've heard that people are like, "Oh, you're vegan. So do you eat fish?" No, that's pescatarian. That's another one, but no, not it. Um, so that's another one that you may receive. Some people may not understand veganism and the vegan lifestyle, so some people may see you as a little different um, because they don't understand it. But other than that, I don't feel like I have any other negatives when it comes to being vegan. Just the restrictions on the food, the increase of groceries, and people not really understanding what veganism is. Because in hindsight, I want to say it's about maybe 5 to 10% of the population are vegan. If anything, it's closer to 5% that are vegan. So we are a small, small, small number versus majority of the world are carnivores. So yeah, a lot of people don't know about us and a lot of people don't understand us because a lot of people eat meat. They feel like you have to have at least one piece of meat in some meal. So that is the pros and cons of my vegan life. That is also another reason why I have La Garden Life as my title. And I may talk about that in another video. La Garden Life, how I came up with La Garden Life, what that also entails, because it's a plethora of things within La Garden that I discuss. And being vegan, a garden, it goes hand in hand. Get it? So I may do a video on that as well one day. But that is my vegan story. That is the pros and cons of being vegan. And that is, just the overall gist of Le Vegan Life. So thank you for watching this video. Feel free to like this video by giving it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel if you like this video. Leave a comment and let me know if you are on your vegan journey, vegetarian journey, pescatarian journey, if you are just a carnivore who loves food. Whatever you are, does not matter. Leave the comments below. Share your favorite meals too if you are vegan. What are your favorite go-to meals? Because sometimes you need a quick meal to eat when you're hungry. You may not have had that snack in between. So what are some go-to meals that you like? And also just let me know about your health journey. Whether you are going vegan, vegetarian, or not, whatever, it doesn't matter. But just let me know if you are on a health journey and how that's going for you in the comment section. And again, if you have any topics that you want me to discuss, leave those in the comment section below. And once again, thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.